Welcome to our video tutorials. Today, we are going to learn about clustering in Tableau. Clustering is used to uncover patterns in huge data sets, wherein similar data points are grouped together based on attributes. Tableau uses the k-means algorithm for clustering. This is a very popular centroid-based clustering algorithm. Tableau suggests the number of clusters, but we can change it. For example, if we say we need 3 clusters, then Tableau partitions data into 3 groups. Let us see how Tableau does it. 3 centroids are initialized randomly. Euclidean distance is computed between data points and all the centroids. So here you can see 3 centroids, one is in yellow, one is in brown, and the third one is in green color. Each data point is then assigned to the closest centroid or the cluster. New centroids are computed by taking average of all data points belonging to each cluster. So here you can see new centroids have been computed. The red one, blue, and the purple one. Again, the Euclidean distance is computed between data points and all the centroids. And again, the data points are assigned to the closest centroid or cluster. So now you can see that we have 3 clusters. So this process is repeated till centroids stop changing. Once they stop changing, we have our final clusters ready. Let us look at an example in Tableau. Before that, let us say, suppose there is a marketing team of a company and they are interested in analyzing the spending capacity of customers in different states. They want to plan or they want to work on their marketing strategy. Let us look at the data set here. It is the data set of a superstore wherein we have the order IDs of different customers, order dates, customer name, country, city, state, region, category, subcategory, sales, quantity, discount, profit, different columns. Let us import this data in Tableau and see how clustering works. So our data file is an Excel file. Let's open it. Let's bring the orders tab. Okay, so we have our data. Now let us go to the worksheet. So basically, higher the profit and the sales in the state, higher is the spending capacity of people in those states. So let us first start by dragging state onto the canvas. Here we see points are marked for each state. Let us change it to map. We want to analyze profit and sales as discussed earlier. So let us double click on profit and sales. We'll go to the analytics pane here. You can see clustering available in the model. We'll drag drop this into the cluster area. Okay, so now here you can see which variables are used to form clusters. We can see Tableau is using profit and sales measures. Also, you can see that Tableau has decided and grouped data into 2 clusters here. But we are not getting much detail from just 2 clusters. Let us change the cluster number to 4. There. Now we are getting more details about different states. Let us try and see what each cluster is describing. So here you can see sum of profit for each cluster and sum of sales for each cluster. So looking at this, let us try and rename our clusters. In order to rename our clusters, we need to drag drop the clusters into the data pane. This will create a group here which we can edit. Let us rename this group as spending capacity and edit it to rename the clusters. So cluster 3 has very high spending capacity as we saw. Cluster 4 has high capacity. Cluster 2 has medium. And cluster 1 has low. So we'll remove clusters from here and drag drop the group in the color marks. Now you can get the details of what each color is specifying, and the tooltip here also gives us more information. So the marketing team can continue investing in high performing states, but can also strategize on increasing their consumer base in moderate and low performing or low spending capacity states. So this is how clustering helps us in analysis and trying to understand or uncover patterns in huge data sets. I hope you enjoyed learning about clustering today. Thank you so much for joining me here today.